Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is where you are, and welcome back to another episode of Monday with the Poultry. In today's episode, Okay, that's what he wants to do this week. But in today's episode, we have got some repair work to be doing, because we've got to repair the tarpaulin over the top of this one, just here. That needs changing. I've got a new one, it's just over there on the trolley there. So we're going to bring that in. And we have got the tarpaulin here, because we've had a bit of windy weather. It seems to have come loose a bit, and it's flapping around a bit. So obviously, to prevent it getting worse, or to making anything worse, we're going to repair it now whilst we can. And whilst we are down this end, we may as well head over here, and we can see the chickens, and we can see the turkeys. And if you look closely, see, there's turkey number 1 and there's turkey number 2. Reason being is because we sold 2 of them. I was well chuffed after about 3 attempts of people saying, "Oh yeah, I'll buy them, where are you, give us your details," and then not actually turning up and not giving an explanation as to why they didn't turn up. We actually had someone who turned up, so thank you very much for coming and getting them. It wasn't even a person who was going to eat them either. They are going to be used for breeding, because he hatched. Everybody started cock-a-doodle-doo at the same time. He hatched out a load of it with us. He hatched out a load the same as us, and his ones were mostly girls. He didn't have many boys. And yeah, we got 2 boxes. What's in the boxes? Dun dun dun. Stay tuned to the end of the video to find out what is in the boxes. And it's possibly the worst time to bring in anything different in, because we got nowhere to put anything different. But yeah, keep watching. End of the video, we will show you where they are going. First up, repairs. Okay, all we're using for repairs is we have some of this orange string stuff. I don't know where we got it from. We've had it quite a while, but it seems to work out quite well. Up until it gets to a certain point, and then it snaps off. Right, so there we go, that is that tied down a little bit better. Hopefully that'll keep them dry for a little bit longer. Now we've just got the other one to install. Okay, so we've got the new tarp just over the top. Well, it isn't a new tarp, it's just an old tarp. But it's actually larger than that one there, because this one goes from one end over there to the other end over here. So it spreads out quite well. So right, we'll get this one tied down, and then we can move on. Okay, so there we go, that's the tarp on. This is actually a bigger tarp than that other tarp. I don't think I'm going to leave it as that, because obviously that's taking up the whole thing. Somebody wants a starring role in this week's episode. So yeah, that's on there. That's going to help to dry that out, and then we'll get in there, we'll scrape that out, whack down some new flooring, and then we'll get ready. And what we're going to do with this one, we have decided, is we're going to use it for the Sussexes. So Mr. Survivor there, he's going to be taken out there, and he's going to be placed into that one there with a couple of the other Sussex girls. So, have you watched our episode yet on electrifying the fencing? Because the electric fencing is done and it is kicking out a hell of a jolt. I accidentally touched it with my leg the other day, and boy did I wish I hadn't done that. Right, let's give these girls a treat to get them out of the way, and then we'll see what's in the boxes. Okay, so we want these guys to be preoccupied whilst we're emptying the boxes out.
Have you some pasta?
So, yeah, if you want. So, we're just going to run around and give the main flock some lettuce and some pasta. These guys have already got some. And all that will do is it will just encourage everybody to not be around us whilst we're emptying out the boxes. But we could quite easily have emptied these in the coop. Not in the coop, in the hanging baskets that we use. And here's the geese. Look at that. Well, I think I've achieved the accomplishment of encouraging them all down to the area where I am, rather than going off to somewhere else where I want them to be. So just give these guys in here some. And then we'll chuck some down this way to encourage them further down here. And there we go. Right, so what do you think's in the boxes? Leave us a comment down below. Go over there and just empty it out.
No.
Okay, so we've now jumped into the big coop, and there is just one chicken who's in here laying. He's giving us sound effects in the background. Should we have a look? Where is she? There she is. So she's giving us the sound effects in the background. So basically, the story goes: a local poultry keeper had a small little flock and was constantly being bombarded with issues with the local foxes getting in and causing havoc. They've now had enough because they've lost that many birds, and they've asked us if we can take on what birds they've got. So what I've done is I've got the rest of the flock out the way. Sorry if I keep adjusting the camera. I'm trying to find somewhere where it'll work. So I've got the rest of the flock out the way so as I can release them in here, so as they get used to it just being in here, and then once they're in here they can go out and they can explore and they can introduce themselves to the rest of the flock. So everybody's happy outside eating their lettuce. So
Pasta.
So let's have a look and see what we've got. I will state before anybody says it, the pasta was cooked in a workshop, which is used as a workshop for doing nothing else other than working in. There's no meat production or anything else in there. So don't start having nothing illegal. Right, so let's see what we got, shall we? So we have, you can't see, can you? There we go. So we have a blue, another blue to add to the occasion. I will also say that I have checked them all over and I've given them all a good look over. They're all fine, they're all healthy, they're all happy, they're all...
Popcorn!
They've all got names as well. This one here apparently is called Popcorn.
Can this one be mine?
They all had a giant shed in the garden as well. This one here was laying at the time that... Oh, no, she wasn't laying at the time. Do that other flap for me. Do that other flap for me. Do that other flap for me. Thank you. So, she's a big girl. I think these are Brahmas. Is it Brahmas? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay. She's got a bit of a wonky beak, but apparently that don't stop her. We have had ones with wonky beaks before that we've been able to sort out. And,
she's like
yeah, she's
some of the others.
She's a big old girl, aren't you? Eh?
Right,
Let's put you out the way. And then we'll swap over boxes. I should say that my son is here with me, as you've probably heard in the background, and this is the first time he's actually seeing the birds.
Oh, she...
I think this one is called Maria. I think that's Maria. I don't know.
Yeah, that one is Maria.
So, she's another nice one. But they're all between 6 months and a year old. Right, do that flap at the back?
That's another big one.
And there we go. It's another nice Brahma. I'm not sure how these girls are going to cope with our mud. I'm going to have to sort out our mud, I think, because of their feet. Or I'm going to have to keep them locked in.
Fluffy. I love this one.
So yeah, there we go. 5 new birds. 5 gold, no, it's 5 gold rings.
Oh.
So yeah, there we go. They all seem to be quite happy enough. But like I said, bringing them in, leave them in here. Let them get used to being in here. Some of the birds will come in, some of the birds will go out, but they will then get used to this being their little home, and they should be all right. So I'm going to leave this week's video just there. Thanks for watching. Please like, please comment, please subscribe. And for those of you who voted in last week's video for January, yes, it's January. If you don't know what I mean, flick back to last week's Monday with the Poultry and you'll be able to see what I mean by January. It will be starting very soon. Thanks for watching. Till next week's. Bye-bye.